Hello makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back. Obviously the setup and everything is a little bit different. I'm actually filming on my phone today, very throwback vibes, no mic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless. I just wanted to go ahead and do a chatty get ready with me. I have all my makeup products laid out from my little makeup bag, and I just thought we could talk about some of the newer series on Netflix. So I recently watched the second season of Bridgerton. I have some thoughts, I have some feelings. I feel kind of wrong talking about it without the Pat McGrath Bridgerton collection, which actually I think the second part that I purchased is going to be delivering tomorrow. So hopefully I can have a first impression on that up soon, but I don't even have like the blush palette from the first part with me right now, but that's fine. And also, I watched the new Inventing Anna series, where it was like a mini series, and it's not normally my type of show, but I saw that it was trending. I thought I'd give it a shot, and I still feel like weird about it. So let's just go ahead and jump on in. I'll kind of go back and forth between talking about the shows, talking about what I'm using. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with the L'Oreal Paradise Skin Water Infused Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Fair. I only have a mirror and a palette, so this is me struggling today. I'm so spoiled with my my filming setup. So let's start. I guess we can start off by talking about Bridgerton. So I have not read the books. I've only gotten to about half of the first book, and I do like it so far, but the problem is that I'm like reading like 7 books at once. Well, I haven't been consistent with any of them. I didn't really know what to expect at all from this season. I think personally I feel like I liked season 1 more, just because this season was focused on Anthony, and he was kind of just like set out to marry whoever, you know, whoever was like the best option, not whoever he loved. I mean, I feel like I was just getting bad vibes from that from the beginning, but it was also kind of predictable and definitely more of a slow burn romance, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll watch them. I'm here for a slow burn romance, but it's just not the same. Like, I feel like I just get so anxious that I'm just like, when are they going to be together? Like, it's less enjoyable to me. Don't even get me started on Lucifer, because the slow burn romance in that show, I'm still mad. I'm still mad. I'm just gonna go into the Too Faced Born This Way concealer now, and I'm gonna use this to kind of conceal underneath my eyes, and then also use it as my eye primer today because I don't have an eye primer with me. But I use this as eye primer all the time, and honestly it works just fine. So I was gonna say, I feel like I'm pretty passionate about shows, but like, I'm not the person who's like talking to the TV or whatever, but when it comes to slow burn romances, that's like my version of someone who watches football. I'm like, come on, what are you doing? Kiss already. I just realized I forgot to take some of that concealer on my eyelid. Anyways, back to Bridgerton. Yeah, I think I liked season 1 more because I feel like it was a little bit less unpredictable. I was here for the romance, I was there for Kate. Like, I feel like all these people are talking about Anthony, and they're like, oh, like, he's so handsome, the Duke who, whatever. And I'm just like, I can't even look at him, because Kate is literally one of the prettiest people I've ever seen in my whole life. So yeah, but I feel like what I was really like focused on this season was Penelope and Colin. It breaks my heart. I feel for Penelope, because growing up I always felt kind of like the outcast, and like I felt like, you know, people made fun of me because I was pale with red hair and I wore glasses and I was kind of dorky. And, you know, I mean, obviously she's in love with Colin, and like I was like, my heart was so hopeful for her that he would like actually see her for who she is, see how beautiful she is inside and out, and just like, I don't know, I'm a hopeless romantic, so I was just hoping for the best. And then when she heard him talking about her with the other guys and like saying like, me and Penelope, yeah, right, like, I don't know, I know it's a fake character, but it just made me so sad. I feel like I definitely remember having moments like that growing up, where it's like, oh, like Amy, like she's a friend, absolutely not, like I don't see you like that, like just kind of like, it's like almost comical that you would like them or think that you had a chance with them. Did anyone else I don't know why I'm still holding on to this, but did anyone else have mean girls in high school or middle school, or both if you're lucky, who like felt the need to like be like, oh, this guy likes you, and then everyone would just laugh? I don't know, I feel like that was the same vibe I got from that scene, and it just made me so sad, especially because that he's like, oh, I'm your truest friend, yada da da da. Oh, and Miss Featherington came through. I was not expecting her, like the end. I was like so happy with how her story ended with the what's his face? I can't remember. The con man. I mean, technically she's a con woman, but for some reason I'm judging him harder. You know the one, the TikTok that's like, I support women's rights, but more importantly, I support women's wrongs. I feel like when she was like, I'm a mother, and that's my everything, and I'm gonna take care of my daughters. I'm not going anywhere with you. You're gonna leave all the money. I was just like, I respect you. I respect the hustle. My goodness, like you're gonna put it all on him. He's gonna be gone. You fixed all your problems. Like, I don't know. I was impressed because like there was part way along where I thought maybe she was like flattered by his affections, and I was like, maybe it's been a while. Maybe she's like, I don't know. I wasn't sure how to feel. But then when I realized it was like all a ploy and she was 2 steps ahead of everything, I was like, yes, yes, queen. I don't want to go on too long because I'm almost finished with my face routine. So when we get into the eyes, I'll try to switch over to Inventing Anna. But I just have to also talk about Eloise because I feel like that was the other storyline that I was, you know, I mean, the show was heavily following, but I was heavily invested in. I know I see some people and they're kind of like, she gives me like pick me vibes. I'm not like the other girls, but I don't think that's true. I think she's just not happy with where she's forced to be in society. And I mean, I think honestly she's brave because at that time, like, I feel like it definitely was not cool to be like, I'm not like the other girls or whatever. She was just trying to have her own path, and I'm here for her. And was his name Jack? It probably wasn't. Guy who was helping her at the printer shop and she became friends with and she had a little crush on. I don't know, I thought it was so cute, and it was very expected to me in an unexpected way. Like, I didn't know how it was gonna happen, but I just can't imagine Eloise like meeting someone. Something just flashed. I can't imagine her meeting someone in like the traditional way, like the way, you know, the courting, and well, not that she can't court, but just like in the season, I definitely see her like making her own path. So I'm really, really excited to see what happens with her. I felt like people were like really into Benedict and like into seeing his season next and whatnot, and maybe the reason why they didn't show that much about him is because his season might be next and we might be following his next love story. But I just didn't find him to be that interesting of a character. I don't know what it is. Like, I mean, is he cute? Sure. Does like cool artsy vibe? I see it, but I don't know. I was not that interested, and I feel like when the first season ended and we were, you know, being teased for season 2, I was like really excited about Anthony's season because of the way they left it off. So I don't know. I just need to know what happens with Penelope. Forget everything else. Again, I have no clue what's gonna happen because I haven't read the books. So this is just me guessing, but like, I just feel like if Eloise is supportive of Penelope and they like get their lives together, like I feel like they could be like such a power duo. I don't know. I saw it going differently because I know that Penelope betrayed Eloise, but at the same time, she was doing it like for a good reason. I told you guys what I was using to begin with, but then I got lost. So I used the Fenty Amber Matchstick just to contour real quick, and then I used the Joy Blush from Rare Beauty for some cream blush. And now for eyeshadow, what I have with me is the little mini Lila palette from Natasha Nona, which actually I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna hit pan on these 2 shades. I've been using them a lot, but I was thinking of doing something more purple and fun today rather than boring. And then I also have, which I've been like using as my mirror, the Plain Jane Remastered palette from Adept. And I don't know, I was thinking maybe like something purple, maybe that multi-chrome in the inner corner. I'm not sure yet, but yes. So let's talk about Inventing Anna, because that show was a wild ride. How could your morning not be better drinking out of a cup like this? The thing is, Inventing Anna, I mean, if you're watching this, hopefully you've already watched the show, because I'm not trying to give away spoilers, but I saw the trailer for it and I'd never heard of the real Anna Delvey. I never knew anything about it. I just saw the trailer. I thought it looked interesting enough. I was getting like fake Gossip Girl vibes or something, but that was not what it ended up being at all. So basically, how do I feel about this? I don't even know. So first of all, I feel like I really did like the series because I was heavily invested. I was like, when I wasn't watching it, I was like, I cannot wait to watch it again and to know what's gonna happen, because the suspense was killing me. Like, I feel like that's why I don't like watching mysteries, because I hate the suspense. Like, it makes me anxious and I just want to have a good time. But at the same time, like, I did overall enjoy it. So the thing is like my favorite part of a show like that, where it's like partially based on a true story, is to Google articles at the end and like see what was true, what was false. And what really threw me off is the entire show, like at the beginning of every episode, they would like incorporate somehow the words like, everything is this story, or this is based on a true story except for everything that's completely made up, or something along those lines. So it was like kind of funny the way that they phrased it, and it made me think that it was going to be like loosely, like so loose, based on a true story, and like that most of it was going to be dramatic. Just, I don't know the way they said it. But when I ended up looking up articles, it was like almost everything was true. Like, Netflix actually paid off Anna Delvey's debts, in case you're curious. They paid her like $300,000 for her life rights, like for a show, and she was able to pay off everything that she owed. Which, I mean, I don't know. I'm like, is it really fair? It's interesting for sure, like, that you could scam so many people, and then because it's interesting, because you did a good job at scamming, that it like you work your own way out of it. I don't know. I was kind of just like taken aback, because even when I was like creeping on her Instagram, the real Anna Delvey, she has 1 million followers, and I'm like, I guess this is what people want to follow these days. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Like, when it came to the things that weren't true, it was literally such small details. Like, when I was reading the articles, and it seemed like overall, like, the basis of the story was the truth, which I thought was really interesting. And I don't know, it left me with a lot of feelings, because like I said, just seeing like people like flock to follow her, seeing like the fame that I'm sure she'll have when she so currently I guess she got out of jail. It was interesting because in the show it says like she got like 12 years, and I think she only was in prison for like 3 years before she got let out. I guess like it was a non-violent offense, but still. So I guess she got out, and then immediately, like within a month, she got picked up by ICE, and she's currently in a detention center to be deported. It'll be curious to see when she gets out what she does with her fame. I don't know. I feel like the story was a ride, because like there was like a point where I'm like, obviously everything she's talking about, like it's all lies, like it's all ridiculous, but at the same time, like, she did have a business plan that, you know, if the facts of the series were true, if this is true, I mean, I'm just stating the series, not real life. She had a business plan that they said was gonna generate, what, like, was it like $40 million of revenue or something a year? Or maybe it's $20 million of revenue a year. I can't remember exactly. But it was just so interesting because she had an amazing idea. Like, they thought it was gonna be so successful. Like, you know, everything was right. She just didn't have the money to start it, essentially. I don't know why, like, that was what I held on to, was like, she had the vision, she had like the artistic knowledge, she knew what was cool, what was hot, like what would do well. Like it was supposed to be a super successful foundation, and if she had just had that starter money, I don't know why that ended up bothering me so much. I guess it's just because I don't know. I feel like some people will work so hard, and obviously she did things in a dishonest way, but I feel like I'd also be so curious to know what you guys thought about Rachel, because again, I have mixed feelings. Like for sure she definitely did get screwed over, but at the same time, like you cannot offer a work credit card and like without thinking of like the consequences. Like no one forced her to offer it. I mean, I don't know, she got scammed for sure. And I feel like if that was me, like I'd probably be just as mad. Like I would, you know, put something down, like do whatever you had to get out and to like figure it out. Still somewhat bad for her, but at the same time, like I feel like you can kind of chalk it up to just being very naive. But also to me, like, I don't know, maybe this is just the way that I think. Like if you're going to like travel internationally and like you just are putting all your hope on someone else paying for everything, I feel like that just sounds kind of sketchy to me. Like if you don't have a way to pay for yourself, if you don't have a way out, if you know, you're just completely trusting another person, I would never. So I feel like personally that was her first mistake before the credit card debacle even happened. I think I'm gonna go into ACI 11 right here just because it looks really pretty. Just gonna use it on my finger. Oh my goodness, literally so beautiful, especially with that multi-chrome on the inner corner. Kind of wrapped around. I mean, you can, hopefully you guys can kind of see the shift there. I mean, it's stunning. I got no fallout from that either. I feel like that's one of the nice things about the Plain Jane Remastered palette over the Plain Jane. Like I feel like it's just a little bit less messy. So for mascara and eyeliner, I actually have this mascara from We Makeup. This is the Very Lengthening Mascara, but I don't like it. I actually think that it's kind of terrible, so I've stopped using it. But I have the Wander Beauty Mile High Club Mascara, which I got in a subscription box from Try Beauty. So I was kind of just trying it on a whim, and I actually really like this one. I feel like it kind of separates really well. It just looks nice, especially with natural makeup looks. And then I only have one eyeliner with me. I guess, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to throw an eyeliner on. Yeah, I do. Okay. So this is the Appeal Gel Liner in the shade Deep Taupe. As you can see, I love it. It's turning into a tiny little baby. Putting eyeliner in your waterline like this is the worst. I feel like I need two hands. Anyways, I'm gonna do my mascara off camera real quick because I feel like that's so boring, and I'll be right back. I feel like I was just thinking about, like, as I was doing my mascara, just like I wonder if Anna, like through like the lifestyle that she conned, if she ever actually like truly enjoyed any of it, or if she was just like, you know, constantly like the whole time just thinking about what's next, how to steal more, how to get more, how to get by. Because I feel like me personally, like I was thinking about, like I'm so anxious. Like I can't imagine like living like constantly like worrying about, well, I mean, I don't know if she was worrying about it, but like worrying about getting caught, about getting kicked out, about having nowhere, no one. Like I feel like it just sounds like a terrible way to live. I can't imagine, you know, even if you're like surrounded by the most beautiful things, being happy or even being content like that. I just threw on a little bit of the ColourPop Flexitarian highlighter, and I'm gonna finish off with the Sigma Renew Lip Oil. I do have a lip liner here, but I'm feeling a little too lazy for that, and I still haven't finished my coffee yet. Alright y'all, so this is the finished look. I feel like I'm actually a little bit obsessed with how this turned out. I feel like ACI 11 looks so pretty. Like the shifts in the natural light is so intense. So hopefully you guys can kind of see that. I feel weird getting all close and up in the camera with my phone, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully, like I said, even though it was throwback, lo-fi, still enjoyed it. Let me know if you'd like to see me do more content like this in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.